Today's speaker is Lovelina Twine, and I've just informed you that she's an investment professional and also an insurance professional. And please put your hands together and let's welcome Lovelina Twine to take us through her topic for today. Let's give her some emojis and welcome her.
Thank you so much, Lucy, for having me here. I am really so excited to be here. Today I'll concentrate more on the reason. Of course, like I said, we have quite a number of illnesses that are covered in a medical insurance cover, but people don't really talk about reason to why you need to have that insurance, or rather a medical insurance cover, and what it protects you against. So some of the illnesses that we take care of would be the critical illness. The critical illness, and what usually most insurance companies cover is they give you, out of the sum assured that you take, they give you 10% of the sum assured of the cover that you've taken. This said to say, if someone is covered by 1 million Kenyan shillings as the inpatient cover, then your critical illness cover in that package is only 10% of that, which is 100,000. Lucy, would you mind getting for me the next slide? Okay, so what you need to know when it comes to the medical cover, like I said, in the sense that it doesn't pay for the normal diseases like malaria. The product, this particular product is it complements a medical insurance cover, and it's called a critical illness cover. So most insurance companies have given it as a top up on the medical insurance cover that we have. For example, like I'd mentioned, if provides more cover than the critical illness sublimits imposed in a medical insurance. For example, 10 million cover has a 500,000 limit on critical illnesses. So this I had mentioned. So for you to be safe on the other side, you need to know more about critical illness cover, which you can take to supplement your current medical insurance. So what are the chosen benefits to be paid in this? Lucy, maybe you can go back slightly. Yeah. So the benefit of this cover is that you have a range to choose between 1 million to 15 M, and it also pays a lump sum upfront. Yeah, you have a medical insurance on the other side that you can use to go to hospital, but this particular cover gives you a cash lump sum in an event of a critical illness condition. So in that case, then you are able to use that money to cover any maybe costs that are not on the medical part. Maybe you can use that money to eat healthy if you've been recommended to eat healthy, or you can use that money to even travel abroad to seek health or more health facility for that case. Next slide, Lucy. So this is food for thought. Do we know of anyone suffering from a critical illness? What disease is it? If yes, are you cautious of their age group? Could it be in our age group too? If not, would you wish to leave that age? So we are not unique. So what we talk about here is that we need to know that we are not unique. Anytime you have a neighbor who has been diagnosed of a critical illness, then just know that look at that person, look at their age, look at your age group. If that person really falls into your age group, then just know that you're not unique. out of a critical illness. It can come anytime. It doesn't matter the age. It doesn't matter what you eat. It doesn't matter what how you take care of yourself. So it's good to be safe. That is why we encourage you to always have medical insurance, which on top you can as well have a critical illness cover. Next slide, Lucy. So some of the critical illness conditions that we cover on this critical illness cover is that they're listed. We've listed about 17 illnesses right on the screen for those who are able to see. But the major ones usually is heart attack, stroke, open heart surgery. There is cancer. There is kidney failure. There is coma, stroke. So all these illnesses, this cover, in an event you get diagnosed of a critical illness, you're given a cash lump sum on top of the medical insurance that you have. Next slide, Lucy. So in reality, this is what estimated numbers of cases in 2020 worldwide. Males compared to males all ages. So you can see the graph over there shows how many people, when it comes to critical illnesses, this is how those who suffered with cancer, stomach, for the lung, and all on in the cancer and other cancers, as you can see in the graph. Next. For critical illness, it's not as calm. In 2020, Kenya reported 42,116 new cancer cases. And usually for breast cancer, it comes out to be the most diagnosed illness when it comes to critical illnesses in Kenya. Next slide, Lucy. Yeah, so when you want to sign up for a critical illness cover, you have to ask yourself, what exactly can 3,000 shillings do for you? You will walk into a store with just 3,000 and you buy that pair of shoe, or you go out to have lunch and that 3,000 is spent on just a mere lunch. But that 3,000 at the same time can buy you a 5 million of critical illness cover. So like I said, a 5 million cover on top of your medical insurance cover is usually given to you cash lump sum that you can use on anything, be it further treatment, be it job replacement. At times you've lost your job, but you're able to live on that income that you have gotten out of your critical illness cover. So what can 3,000 do for you? Yes, it can buy you a critical illness cover. Next, Lucy. So here comes the burden that we all never think about when we suffer critical illness. There is low productivity at work or business due to absenteeism. Definitely, you will not be able to work. Possible loss of income. In most cases, there's no employer who's going to keep you for more than 60 days once you get diagnosed of a critical illness condition. So you end up losing your job. And this is why I mentioned that we need this cover in one way or the other. It comes in and gives you some income that you can rely on in an event you lost your job due to a critical illness. There is loss of investments or savings. Friends, relatives will definitely run away from you because they cannot support you for the rest of your life in case it is an illness that that has come to burden you for the rest of your life. Friends will tend to run away. You will not really have so many people stick around you. So a single diagnosis is a family burden. Reason is because you end up selling your properties to treat this illness. And oh yes, you can actually protect yourself with just very little by taking up a critical illness cover. Lucy, next. So what are the benefits here? What are the benefits of taking up a critical illness cover? There is financial liquidity. When you take up this cover, you will not think about selling your property in an event of a critical illness. Yeah. There is source of investment capital. The illness may not consume the total sum assured. Yeah, I've seen this most cases. Some of my clients have taken this cover. They're diagnosed. They've taken a cover of 5 million, and maybe the illness has taken 2M. They end up having a balance of 3M, which they invest elsewhere, and it gives them a return. And it also assists you to maintain your social status. How do you do this? We have a culture in Kenya of fundraising, but trust me, not everybody is happy when they are put in these groups of fundraising. Not everybody is happy. Others, some people are not happy. So in this way, when you have taken this cover, you protect your social status, whereby you don't have to show people that you are in need. Yeah, you are able to take care of your illness without giving other people your financial burden. And you can buy for a loved one as well. You can buy for yourself, you can buy for your children if they're above 15 years. You can also buy for your parents, just in case you want to, or you can afford this. Next, Lucy. The need for now, in most cases, we like procrastinating. We like pushing things forward. We like saying, I will buy this tomorrow, or I will do this tomorrow. But then remember, an illness doesn't call for time. You just don't know when you will get sick. We all are susceptible to critical illness. We are likely to be healthier today than we may be tomorrow. Today, because you can. Remember, this cover, you cannot take it when you are already diagnosed of a critical illness. You can only take this cover before the illness comes up. It's like when you take your car insurance, you cannot get an accident and then think about getting a car insurance. You have to have the cover before the event happens. Next, Lucy. So these are the eligibility ages. We cover age 18, but it was reviewed to 15 years though, up to maximum of 55 years. The minimum term is 10 years for the cover. And also minimum sum assured is 500,000, not a million. This has to be reviewed. Maximum of 15 million. And the minimum premium is 1,000 shillings. Surely, guys, who cannot afford 1,000 shillings to protect yourself from a critical illness? Next, Lucy. Yeah, so that's the end of my presentation. You guys can go ahead and ask any questions that you may be having.
Thank you so much, Loveline, for that wonderful presentation. Let's give her a round of applause for that information as we now start asking questions. Before I read the question on the screen, I saw something on your last slide. Up to six, from 50, no, you can only take it when you're, less than 55 years. What happens to those ones who are above 55? They're young.
For above 55, for this particular cover, we don't offer. It's only the maximum entry age. When it comes to insurance, they've also seen the risk. They've already done like some research. So they usually give limits when it comes to medical insurance. And also this, of course, entails the critical illness itself. So when it comes to past that age of 55, I'm sorry, we are not able to give you the cover.
And that's
But
what,
however, yes,
huh?
however, you can have a general medical insurance cover, which usually has a limit of up to entry age of 8 years.
A normal medical cover. It has this particular cover on it, critical.
Yes, with a limit, like I told you, it has a limit of 10% of the sum assured that a client signs up. So
Okay.
it usually gives a very less sum assured compared to this one that you sign aside, aside the general medical insurance.
Okay. And Stella is asking, is a premium of 3,000 per year, or can the critical illness cover be bought as a standalone cover? These are two questions.
Okay. Yes, the 3,000 is not per year, it is monthly, but you can pay that cover annually. That is depending on the sum assured you wish to take. That 3,000 also is not for everyone. It's calculated depending on your age. The person who is 20 years will not pay the same amount of premium as the person who's 30 years. So the older you are, the more premium you pay. And you can take the cover from 500,000 to 15 million. The sum assured is determined by the premium is determined by your age. And the premium is paid monthly or annually, depending on the client's affordability.
Okay. So for example, if somebody wanted a 15 million cover and the
Yes,
premium is 3,000, how old is that person? How old is that person?
the
If that
person is around
20 years. Mhm.
in their 30s.
In their 30s. If you're in your 30s and you
Yeah.
want a 15 million cover for 20 years, you'd pay 3,000 per
A
month, or
15 million cover? No, that was a 5 million cover, Lucy.
5 million, or 5 million cover.
5 million, yeah. 15
Okay.
million, then I would have to illustrate it.
Okay, so it's a 5 million cover, 3,000, and you're in your 30s, you can
Yes,
pay 3,000 per month or
month.
36,000 per year. That's
Or you
36.
pay, yes, 36,000 per year. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And there was this other question.
Yeah, there was another question. Any question? You can also open your mic. Who wants to ask another question? Okay. Can it be bought as a standalone? Oh,
Or
okay.
standalone. Yes. This critical illness can be bought as a standalone. It can be bought as a standalone, which makes it actually much cheaper with better benefits, or rather with bigger benefits. Yeah,
Yeah, those ones who are above 55 years are the ones who cannot buy it as standalone. That's what I understand.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Those who are above 55, they can't buy it as a standalone.
Yes, and Mercy is asking whether you can share a calculator to enable us determine our premiums.
Yes, I can share. I'm not so sure if I can be able to share that. And also I have to say that I currently work for about 2 organizations that offer this standalone critical illness cover. So it would not be in order for me to like share one quotation tool and then share the other. The best would be for Mercy to get in contact with me, for me to be able to share with her the correct premiums depending on the sum assured that she needs to take. Is that okay with you, Mercy?
That's fine, Loveline. Thank you.
Okay, okay. My number is in the chat box. You can always reach me out. I'll share with you the premiums that you can take and maybe what your preferred insurer would be.
Yeah, maybe you post it again because a few people came slightly late when you had started speaking.
Okay, my
Just
number
post
is
it afresh. Yeah, I don't think they can see the older ones. Stella is also
632.
asking, how many members should an organization have to qualify for corporate cover?
10 members. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But then also we have SME. We have SME. For SME, it's as little as 3 members. Yeah.
Is it cheaper when when you take it as corporate than when you take it as an individual?
For that, it may not be cheaper. It's not
Mhm.
about the cheap. It is the other benefits that you get to enjoy when you take it as a corporate. Maybe, okay, if we talk about the critical illness as a standalone or as in the medical insurance, if it is in the medical insurance, then you get to enjoy the fact that there is no waiting period. So when it's an individual, then you have to having this thing of having a waiting period for if it's a medical insurance for 1 year. If it's just a critical illness, it's usually 6 months of waiting period. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic. Any other question?
Ask me any other questions, guys. Anything that you perhaps have been confused about when it comes to medical insurance and in relation to a critical illness as well. I didn't know my video was muted all this time.
No problem.
Mm.
Okay, any other question? I can't see any in the chat box. So we want to thank you so much, guest speaker today, Loveline, for that wonderful presentation, answering our questions, and definitely for those who want to, catch up with you in terms of more questions or even to take up any of the covers. There is Loveline. Her number is on the chat box, and yeah, definitely they'll reach out to you. So thank you so much for that beautiful, beautiful presentation.